steps are going to be off, right? So take your time, line up, get a target something on the upright, like that pine tree or something, right? I'll watch that pine tree the whole time. Go ahead, 3 steps, watching the pine tree. Don't take your eyes off the pine tree. 1, 2, that helps you stay straight and keep your target, right? Your 4 steps. That's 4. Try again. So line up, so relax a second, right? I think you're overthinking a little bit. So it's all just steps, right? It's all just monotonous, mindless steps, right? So the first step is line your plant foot up, right? Are you top of your laces even with the ball? You are right now, but then you're not off the tee, so you should be back of your heel even with the ball. So scoop that heel way up, more. There you go. Then you're about a football length away. Pretty close, right? So okay, bring your other foot in. Now look up, find something beyond the upright staying for. Got it? Now, while you're watching that spot to help keep you straight, 3 easy steps back. 1, 2, 3, good. Now, see how you took 3 1/4? Yeah, come do it again. It's fine. We're gonna learn. We're gonna get there. Now freeze though. But if you like being 4, if you like being this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back up to 3, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you just can't be 3 1/2 or 3 1/4 or 3 and a drag or whatever you want. 1, 2, 2 1/2. So here, don't overthink it, right? If I made you walk 100 yards backwards, how would you walk? That's how I want you to walk, right? Just natural, just consistent. 1, 2, 3, that's better. Good. Now freeze. Now take your hand, draw a line through your left foot, through the plant spot, through whatever you're aiming at. Did you walk dead straight back? Triple check. You like it? Yeah. So you're sitting here, draw a line. Did I go straight back from my plant spot? Not the ball, but from my plant spot. Okay, good. Now stare at that ball. Now, if you're having trouble staying 90 degrees, I like to think the ball of my foot and my heel together, right? Ball of my foot and heel together. Ball of my foot and heel together. That helps me keep me 90 degrees. Ball of my foot, heel. Ball of my foot here. Pretty close. The last one you kind of curved in just a little bit, but pretty close. You can get this one. Time out. Now, sorry. But you did this, and you said, okay. And he said, I don't like it. I want to be here instead. So you just moved back anyway.
I just went like this.
Now you move back about this much. And in the grand scheme, when you're learning, you don't understand it. You don't know why it's going to matter. But when you get really good and the timing of 1.25 starts coming into play, all those inches and angles really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like right now, you're just being an athlete and kicking a football, and they don't matter too much. But wait till you need to start going really fast. Wait till you need to start going 1.25. That rhythm, that timing, all of that matters, and it's going to get thrown off by an extra 3 or 4 inches. You know what I mean?
Just put your heels on
Good response. Yeah, that is bad, but more importantly, think about distance. Why is this bad compared to a longer kit or longer step? Excuse me.
You can't generate enough power.
It's harder to generate power. Why is that? Yeah, you don't have anywhere to push to, right? So there's 2 things. One, you want to take this leg and drive into this ball, right? This is where you're generating your momentum, which you're going to turn into force, right? Turn into power, right? Does that make sense? So in order to do that, you need that little room. I'll do a bad example, right? Can I generate more force like this or more force like this? Which one's more? Second one, right? So the longer the better, as long as it's controlled. It's a fine line between driving and jumping, right? We don't want to jump. We want to drive into the ball. Secondly, this does a shorter step does not allow for the leg to cock back as much, right? Your leg is naturally going to cock back a little larger if you give it that time to do so, right? So here's another terrible example. What has a longer time to cock back? What swing is my knee going to cock back further? This one or this one? Why? Because I just gave it more time, right? That push, that drive step creates more time for my knee to cock back and then come through the ball, right? It's going to happen naturally. You know, you guys are all athletes. It's going to happen on its own. You don't got to think about it, but you have to create that time for it to happen. So A, turn that momentum into force by driving harder into that longer step. B, create that longer time for that leg to cock back and then come forward. Does that make sense? But again, I can't stress enough, there's a fine line between driving into it and jumping into it. We are not pushing up to get there. We're just pushing like we're starting a race, right? If we were starting a race, our first step wouldn't be jumping into it, right? It would just be driving it downfield to go. The same thing. Does that make sense?